Hello, everybody. Welcome to Music Villa in lovely Bozeman, Montana's Beer and Gear Show. I'm Blaise. Joe is on his way. He had a gig last night at the Hofbrau, late night gig, and he said he was bringing beer this morning. He's running a little late, which you expect from someone enjoying themselves in the wee hours playing a gig. So hopefully he'll be here soon, and and we're back. Beer and Gear. It's been a little bit of a break. Welcome back. We got a whole new format. So we'll get that going as soon as Joe gets here.
Hey,
Joe! Hey! Thank God he's here. Thank you.
Hi.
Our sponsor is Bridger Brewing beer. And so Joe was getting the beer from Bridger Brewing. I'm so excited to see what they got.
Yeah, so I failed to get the beer from Bridger Brewing last night. It was,
you had a gig. You were rocking out.
I had a gig. I was going. I was running.
You had things to do.
I was teaching the youth.
So what did you brought something though?
I just raided the beers from the cooler, from my camping cooler in my car. It's the end of summer. You're gonna get Joe's end of summer beer stash.
Right. Well, you gotta clean it out.
I gotta clean the cooler before the season.
Yeah.
You have to drink. In the rules, you have to just drink the rest of the beers from there. So.
Yeah.
All the camping trips, all the various. These are the stragglers.
I'm more than happy to help you.
We got that. A little of that classic.
Coors Light.
Silver Bullet. Bob Seger was just in town.
That's right.
We got the Mexican version of the Silver Bullet, sort of. The far superior Mexican version.
I wish I knew silver and Spanish right now.
The Amsterdam version.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Mexico City, Amsterdam, Denver.
Yeah.
Where's this stuff come from? Also a fine.
Oh, that's brew. Is that Anheuser-Busch? Come on, people.
I like
that's
that
somewhere in America. Miller. This is Milwaukee. This is Laverne and Shirley style right here.
This is good. I like a dirty, scuffed up Coors can with some dents in it.
That's you know what?
That's like...
These smell a little bit like bologna.
I mean, we can Rochambeau for the bottles, the fancy beers.
What do you want to do?
You want the Heineken, don't you?
No, I'm kind of eyeing the Corona.
Corona's a good beverage.
I'll take a Coors.
You sure?
Yeah.
Take two.
Dustin, the guy behind the camera is getting a.
We're gonna give him the cleanest looking can.
Yeah, there's some schmeg on there.
Why are these cans like dented? It's awesome. That light's looking good too.
I recommend a wet nap.
And look, I made it so we can each get two beers. Well,
I'm going to use the beer can to open the bottle.
Classy move.
That's the kind of thing. That's what you do when you don't when you barely graduate high school and drop out of college. You open beer bottles with a beer can.
So next week we're gonna have Bridger Brewing, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And Dave he already recommended
Great to
a beer
see them
for
again.
us. So
nice.
Yeah.
Cheers. Hey,
Cheers,
welcome
everybody.
back, Joe. It's been a while. It's
I
summertime.
injured myself a week ago.
Dustin, here you go.
Just to get that out of the way too. I guess as long as we're chatting.
Yeah, you got stitches. I didn't realize it was stitches.
I had gone home, fallen asleep, and with all my clothes on a cold night, watching TV, and I woke up 3, 4 in the morning, fully clothed, TV's on. Just oh my God, just fully...
Sounds like a Stephen King novel.
Fell asleep watching telly. And I got up to use the bathroom. And I'm sitting there, got up a little too quick, didn't drink water. It was the first night of the season that I've had my heat on in the house. So I think I just got a little dehydrated there as I, slept with the hat on and stuff.
You felt queasy and wheezy.
Woke up and felt a little queasy, and I, next thing I know, I just woke up on the bathroom floor covered in blood.
I think everyone's... Oh, man, that's awful.
So I went back to bed. I naturally, responsibly, I took a shower at 3 in the morning, washed the blood off, went back to bed, went to sleep for a couple more hours, got back up, cleaned the wounds again, cleaned the blood out of my bathroom, and...
It's disturbing.
And said, looks like I need some stitches. Okay. Went to urgent care. The lovely doctors and nurses at urgent care were super helpful. The doctor that stitched me up is a really cool guy, and he was like, remember me? I'm the guy that helped you load out your gear a month ago at Pine Creek.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, oh, yeah, you are. And he's like, were you drunk when you did this?
And, roll.
And I was like, no, man, honestly, responsible, 2 beers, went home, fell asleep.
Are you currently taking a multivitamin?
No, I was probably
I think
malnourished.
a multivitamin, maybe
My electrolytes were down.
Yeah, I think we gotta.
Yeah.
There you go. There it is. That's the. I think we all learned something here.
The last piece to that story before we move on and get into real stuff here. I had to play a wedding gig the next day. The next day after I did this.
Ooh.
And it was really nice folks, good couple. But I had 2 black eyes and a broken nose and fresh stitches.
What happened? You go, well, I got married.
And playing a wedding, yeah. I used the bear defense because there was a lot of like out of towners, like a small juvenile black bear.
Yeah.
You know, thank God it wasn't a fully mature black bear, just a juvenile black bear.
I think that's a good way to go. That was So, impress them with your Montanian.
You go to Yellowstone, don't approach the bears, man.
Yeah, they're after your camp bears. They're after your cooler bears, and you need to protect them.
Exactly.
All right. All right. Our next segment of the show is Guitar of the Week.
Woo!
We pick our favorite guitar in the shop, and we chat about. We look at the specs and just look at it.
And I had
talk about it.
Last night. I was thinking Strat. I had Strat on the mind. I knew we were going to come in today and do something with a Stratocaster. So it was serendipitous that this came.
We chose. Yeah, this came right in. It came new to the shop.
Yeah, I haven't seen this.
Look at this beauty.
This morning was the first time I've seen this guitar.
Yeah, this is a striking when you first look at it. It's got those, wherever the hell those are, little screen things. It's
and let's spec it up real quick. I just brought up the Fender website thing. I'm actually just going to run through what Fender has on this. Combining exotic tone woods with premium pickups and appointments, the limited edition Rarities collection creates a truly unique musical experience. The Rarities Flame Koa Top Stratocaster features a 2-piece ash body with a Flame Koa top and a 1-piece quarter-sawn European maple neck. The custom Tim Shaw Overwound 59 gold foil single coil pickups are warm, clear, while the Shaw Filtertron style humbucking pickup delivers a powerful, articulate voice. Okay.
So it's warm, articulate. It's got it all. I love those descriptions.
Like that voice.
Mellow lows, crisp highs.
It's like that. Got a good voice for radio. Warm and articulate.
Did you say Tim Shaw?
The realtor?
The realtor. T.V. Jones, Tim Shaw.
T.V. Jones is a cop.
Yeah, that's the original buddy cop movie.
Real quick, let's just do these quick specs and look at him on the thing. 2-piece dark grain filled ash body. Oh yeah, flip it around. So dark filler in the ash body. I love an ash body.
Looks good, sweet ash.
Nice piece of ash.
Nice ash.
One Tim Shaw designed humbucking bridge pickup with Filtertron, which is Gretsch, copyright. Yep. Custom overwound 59 Strat middle and neck pickups, open top chrome covers. Yeah, sort of a homage, a throwback to a gold foil, like a Harmony.
Yeah, we got those Harmonies.
Valco type pickup.
That kind of thing. Very
it's
cool.
Definitely
it's so hot right now.
Yeah, low output pickups, which is the nature of that. Then let's look at the
neck.
1-piece quarter sawn modern C shape.
Quarter sawn?
Yep.
Real lumberjacks
and
have quarter sawn this thing.
Modern C, and then European maple neck. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it's European maple. For whatever that means. 9.5 radius fingerboard, which is like a modern standard, right?
Right. Satin feel to it really feels nice.
Yeah, and I like that really modern C seems to be a hit.
To me this is great. This is nice.
And the neck, that neck shape is so. It's so cute. Like these successful companies like that, Gibson and Fender and those guys, when you're building your own guitar at home, it's hard to just make that neck. Like part of the reason they're so good is they found a pretty great shape for a neck, right?
Yeah. They've been through it all, tried a bunch of things. They got it down now.
6-point synchronized tremolo, standard, staggered tuners. So that the high E, Fender does this a lot now. The staggered tuners to where the post is larger here, smaller there. Give you better break angle. And it comes with a cool vintage style case. So
brown hard case.
And I guess they don't talk about the top, but that is a beautiful flame
incredible
Koa
top. Yeah, this is a stunning. This is the coolest rarity. We got a bunch of cool rarities actually. It's a really cool thing they're doing.
Sure, they got some nice.
I'm
wood.
In love with this one. I think this one's pretty sweet.
I dig it.
Yeah, they're like $2,500 or something. They're up there, but this is, dude. This I
think too
sick.
having just a clean maple fretboard.
Yeah.
Probably is a good with these type of pickups. Can be clear and bright. And
personally, I put a paisley pickguard on, but that's me. That's
brown paisley.
Yeah, and the string tree is made of dead seal eyes. The cornea of a cute baby seal's
I like
eyes.
this. We're gonna do like
string-
my
the string
specs.
tree.
We got the phone specs, and then we got the Blaise specs.
Yeah. This bar was taken from the Oval
This is
Office.
dyed with real carrots.
This was a paperweight that they melted down and did a series
Oh,
of these
yeah.
from
Heard
the
about
Oval
that.
Office.
And this koa came from an ancient ship.
Yeah.
The walls of an ancient ship that
was
was
a
used
slave
in
ship.
the Spanish-American War.
Yeah, Amistad. If you saw Amistad, it was that kind of ship. All right. Well, that was our Guitar of the Week. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, riff of the week, everybody. That's a segment of the show where we do a cool riff, and we talk about it. What was that? What's going on?
So that was a little summertime blues. I'm gonna do today's little riffs. I'm gonna do a couple just little quick rockabilly riffs for you guys. And
why would you be doing that?
Because yesterday was the birthday of the great Eddie Cochran. October 3rd.
Right.
He died when he was 21, tragically.
Was it that young?
Yep.
Oh
And he
my
wrote
God.
Summertime Blues, 20 Flight Rock, Come On Everybody,
Come on, everybody!
Something Else.
Love that.
Nervous Breakdown, all these great songs. And Eddie Cochran was a pioneer of rock and roll. He was one of the greatest contributors to the rock and roll movement. And
You know what I was doing
a
at
swell
his age?
chap.
Nothing. Nothing.
He was poised to just take over
He's
the
a
world,
iconic
Eddie Cochran.
Riffs and rock,
He also, like, his
and
whole,
I was doing nothing.
his whole look. His
Watching
whole, we
Happy
should
Day reruns.
insert a couple pictures of Eddie Cochran. He's just a good-looking guy. He had the like, he was like a good James Dean
How did he die?
style, like car wreck.
Correct.
But James Dean style, almost where he was like a picture of Eddie Cochran is like an archetype for Brian Setzer, for all these great rockabilly
Right,
guys. He
the
likes
kinda-
like the style, the
rock and
sound.
roll of the 50s.
One of the first guys to use an unwound G string. I believe he put a banjo string on the guitar.
Oh.
And then early Gretsch guitars. They didn't have a Strat back then. But I was thinking, I'm a Strat guy. I love playing Strats. I always play a couple Eddie Cochran tunes at like a dance gig, bar gig, and I do it on a Strat all the time. And I was thinking about that Summertime Blues lick, how you can use the whammy bar on a Strat. It is more authentic to do it with a Bigsby, but on a Strat you can totally and it feels cool when you like switch the hands up and go wow like that and just get that low E twanging.
That is very cool.
It's a nice simple riff, but it's effective.
Yeah, try that at home, kids.
Try that at home. Try it at a gig. Try the song Summertime Blues next summer.
Let's do a...
And then that riff, the
like
chords
that.
on the intro there are just E, E, A, B, 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 E,
Yeah.
A, B, 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 E. And a little bit of delay on there. I have this Echoplex on just on a... And I like to do, you could set it
quick.
out to your liking, but I like to have it be several delays in a really short amount of time. So if I...
You kind of get the slapbacky
Yeah, so you get like, let's turn up the
rockabilly
volume.
thingamajig.
Level more so you hear what it's doing. It's really subtle, but it's if I turn it off.
Right. Gives a little air to it and a little
Slap back.
slappy. Yeah.
So
Very
there's
cool.
there's Summertime Blues riff. I want to show you. Can I show you
Let's do
another
some
Eddie
more.
Cochran?
Let's do some
So-
more Eddie Cochran. I want to know.
I really like-
I'm gonna get my leather jacket out.
And I really like playing this one at a. Let's have that off, and then I like playing this one for like a dance party, a dancey band, rock blues thing.
A sock opera.
Great classic riff, 20 Flight Rock. It's not like the record. This is just my way of doing it. But it's essentially an A blues, and there's two grooves. It's the same chords over two different feels. So the first one's that
Do it
more,
up.
boom, chicka-doom, 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 that feel, and then we're going to the rock and roll. And I'll tell you, I'm going to do an A, this pattern, open string, slide fret 2 to 4, play a little A power chord. Same thing in D. The D I just do a single, back to A. Same thing in E. So you're just basing the thing off. You're basing the same pattern off of open A
blues.
string, off
Yeah.
an open D string, off an open E. So let's do that, and then we'll go to the next groove, and I'll say hit the pedal.
All right.
One, two, 3, 4.
Johnny.
Yeah.
I want to be in a rumble when I hear that.
Let's kick on the
Matt
bridge pickup and show you that other riff. The other riff I do is just the one finger A with that open A string coming through, and we do this pattern. Something with that,
just
right?
a variation of an A shuffle, but in your rockabilly groove, man.
Yeah, just that A shuffle, but it's all about the hammer on right here. That's the move. You're going to have that move coming out of the D, same chord, out of the E. So let's do the whole riff slowly. Right? You know Elvis is a fan, right? So let's do it. I know it's taboo to sing and do this. We're gonna sing it and we're gonna sing you out. We're gonna sing you out the song.
Riff of the week, everyone. Eddie Cochran, happy birthday.
Well, I got a girl with a record machine. Comes to rockin', she's the queen. Love to dance on Saturday night. All alone, I can hold her tight. She lives on the 20th floor of town. The elevator's broken down, so I walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, flat, 8, flat more. On 12, I'm starting to drag. It's 15 floor, and I'm ready to sag. Get to the top, hop too tight to rock.
Riff of the week, people. Eddie Cochran, happy birthday. Okay, next section we have here on the Beer and Gear Show is the musical breakthroughs. Riffs, documentaries, movies, a song, an album, an artist that just all of a sudden is blowing our mind, or you got into it or back into it and it's just influencing us. I'm going to talk about the Ken Burns country documentary. It's insane. It's a lot of time invested. 8 2-hour thingamajigs, things. Right from scoring old timey music, you know, in the hills, inbred with fiddles and banjos, right into, you know, going right up. I think he gets into the 90s with Garth Brooks and stuff. I have to see the last one. I haven't seen the last one yet, but really cool. I love it. I think everyone should watch it, especially if you're into music. Even if you're not into country music, it's a history of music and radio stations in early America. It's an American story. Damn it. The Grand Ole Opry, the history of that, the history of bluegrass, history of country, outlaw country, all this stuff. You know, if it's slow for some people, might be a little slow in the early on. I like old timey music, and so do you.
Carter
so like you would dig that Carter family. Here's the deal: Carter family, Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, boom, everything grew out of that. But if you're gonna like, hey, I just want an idea of it, or I don't want to do the old timey thing. 4 to like, and again, I haven't watched the last one, but 4 to 7.
Oh.
That's where like Johnny Cash comes in. That's where, you know, Loretta Lynn. That's where and it goes right into and then the
Sun Records.
I always loved Willie and Wailing Up, but I love them even more after watching this. They are so freaking cool.
I haven't seen that
Merle
far.
Haggard.
I haven't seen that far into it. So, dude.
Oh man, and the stories that you get, I know everything about country almost.
So
now.
how do they tie in the record labels and the studios? That had to be a big part of the story.
Oh, that's a big part of the Nashville sound with Chet Atkins and how, you know, those guys, you know, and how Willie was like, this ain't happening for me.
He went back to Texas, and
he's a great songwriter. He wrote "Crazy," you know, and just how some of those people were young too, and they died too. What Patsy Cline and all that. Yeah. But Willie and how he kind of just did his own thing. It's really inspiring because they're like, almost like an indie thing. Like I'm not doing the big thing. I'm going to do our own thing. This is what I do back in Texas. And look what happened. You know, he's great, and just showed how that grew, and then how he brought Waylon. I didn't know. I forgot. Actually, I knew, but I totally forgot that Waylon Jennings gave up his seat on the airplane. He was in Buddy Holly's band,
bass player,
and gave up his seat probably for Richie Valens because he was sick.
They're Texas guys.
Yeah, and so they grew up. They were friends, and so he was in Buddy Holly's band and gave up his seat probably to Richie Valens because he was sick and cold, and so like, hey, you go, and he would have died on that plane. But later on, and just like, I actually channel him now singing. The way he delivers and sings is just really cool. Yeah.
I love Waylon.
I've been kind of, the last time I sang in my band, I was thinking about him, I felt like I sang better. And then, and then Merle Haggard's whole thing is in San Quentin.
Yeah.
Like, and then there's a whole Hank Williams Jr. He fell off of a mountain and almost died. Yesterday, this is funny. Yesterday, I'm talking to a customer from Colorado who was in Missoula. He's the one who repaired him in the 80s. Oh yeah. Well, no, he had exposed brain. His eye was. He had a whole. I didn't realize it, but he really got
too much
up.
silver bullet on the Rocky.
Oh yeah. He got damaged heavily, and
I did
so
not know that. Sorry, Hank.
Yeah, and so this was one of the doctors, one of the guys that was fixing him. Was in our shop yesterday telling me this.
He used to come.
I was telling him about the documentary, and he told me about that. I was like, "Holy!"
He used to come hang out in this area, Hank Jr. You know, Paradise Valley. And,
yeah, I guess. Yeah, because the Missoula and then the border of Wyoming.
I think he was up in the Big Hole, or he was Bitterroot, maybe.
Yeah, they mentioned he went up to Montana to because there's a lot of pressure being Hank Williams' son. Yeah. His mom's like, "You be just like your dad all the time."
Let me just do my tie-in, and we'll sign off. To Musical Breakthrough, exactly on what Blaise was saying. For me, in my life experience, it was growing up being a Willie Nelson fan, growing up with Willie as part of my like home soundtrack and road trips with the family and this and that, and being like, and seeing Willie a bunch with the family. He's awesome. Then getting into the blues and getting into this other music and learning about. And I actually, I had found out about Hank Williams after I knew about Willie first. I was a kid, I didn't know. And
his stuff sounded like rock and roll.
Discovering Hank, and then going, and after, and going, oh, this is like, so it's reminding me of that blues. It's like the blues thing. You could tell that Hank Williams music came from this blues source. So as I and I was kind of like going, and then when I found out, Hank learned to play guitar from like basically like black blues guy in his area. Yeah. How to actually play the guitar makes a lot of sense. And then going full circle, and when I'm like a teenager going to see B.B. King, and B.B. being like, all right, I'm going to play a Willie Nelson song. B.B., being like, I love Willie Nelson. Country is just another form of blues, basically. Yeah, BB saying
it's all part of the mix.
And then going, and then somebody in the crowd, what's your favorite Willie Nelson song? He's like, well, my favorite one is You Were Always on My Mind, but I'm going to play Nightlife. And BB King plays Nightlife, and it's awesome. It was beautiful. And just kind of coming full circle and going like a guy like BB going, yeah, man, like me and Willie Nelson, me and Hank, in those guys, I want to think, in those guys' mind, they're all kind of just, they're all blues guys. They're all just it's like soul music. Yeah. All different forms of soul music.
Yeah, it is.
There's my breakthrough.
It is. It's very cool.
Find your soul music. It could be anything.
One of the biggest selling country records is freaking Ray Charles. They talk about that.
Well, him and Willie are homies too.
Willie said that Ray Charles is the single most person that affected country music in a positive way. Like the most important guy, because he took those and really brought it to a wider audience. But it was they all come from the same spot. Yeah. They did that with they just showed how like kind of blues and black songsters from early on affected country music, which was so like associated with a white audience and stuff. So. But the bottom line is, when you're musicians and you love that, those walls aren't there. You're digging it.
Well, it's just people. It's music of the people,
and it sounds good, and you take from each other, and you enjoy it all, and you filter it into your own style, just like we all do with the Who. And I'm going to do my own version of it, or the Beatles, and they're doing that with the songsters they saw back then, and all this stuff. So, and just how someone took Jimmy Rogers in the 70s and 80s and did their thing. Well, it's all the machine. No one gives a shit what color it is. It's all good music and whatever.
Yeah, and the machine and money corrupts and all that, and turns it into it's marketable and this. Yeah. But when you take that stuff down to its core, to its roots, it's all just the people's music, right? Blues, country, it's music of the people. And even the corporate stuff gets in, another band will do something different and rebel, and that's what they talk about in that documentary too. After like a long day in the coal mine.
That's what they talk about in that. It's good coal mining music, but that's what they talk about in that documentary too. Is whatchamacallit, Townes Van Zandt and that whole group. Rodney Crowell and all those guys. Like they had a whole separate new vibe from the Nashville sound. Yeah. That were all like, and Guy Clark, like songwriters. And now getting the songwriting thing and folk music, that all blended in. It was really neat. So that's cool. Yeah. It's all music is good. God damn it.
Breakthroughs.
Yeah. Be open-minded, people.
So there you have it, folks. We're back. We're real happy to be back. We're launching a new season of the Gear and Beer Show here. We're going to try a little different format for this season, and we'll probably do that every season. That's just how we roll. So this is going to be what this season is. And
I like this though. We have these little bullet points we kind of cover, and it's kind of fun. Yeah, it's really
trying to make it a little easier
good.
to navigate, a little more, of a set thing.
A little bit of everything.
Do give us your feedback. Let us know what you think. We appreciate constructive criticism. And that will work its way. We'll think about that stuff when we come to the next season. But this is what you're getting for this season, folks. And we hope you like it.
Next week, we're going to have Bridger Brewing, our sponsor, give us some beer. So we'll have a little more illuminating beer type talk.
Yeah. So
though these were quite refreshing. Sometimes you just go back to the classics. Yeah.
But and it ties into my head injury and drinking cheap beer.
Head injuries, cheap beer, country music. This is
episode 1.
Yeah, episode 1 in the can. Take care. We're Music Villa. Thanks, Music Villa.
Blaise.
Bozeman, I'm Blaise. That's Joe, and we're the Gear and Beer Show from Music Villa. And check
all these
out these rarity Fender Strat Rarities. Those are cool.
If you guys are interested in
these are
guitars,
other ones
check
from
out
our Guitar of the Week.
Check out our website. Call us. We're old school. You can call us.
We're old school. You get paid, we'll send you the guitar. That's how old school we are.
Yeah, we actually
cut and dry.
Yep. We bring them goods, we set them up, we make them pretty and perfect for you, and you can buy them from us. Thank you.
Take care.